book Minions, and this is the second part of a review that I'm doing with Sci-Fi.pie.
Hi, I'm a person that exists in the void that we call the universe.
Thank you for that very depressing monologue.
We will all die one day.
It's like,
Summer, look out! Summer, can I show you something? Just look out the window. Grandpa Rick dumped an entire universe in one adventure, and then I buried my own body. We're all gonna die. Everything's just matter. All things end. Come watch TV. That's a Rick and Morty reference. Rick and Morty, season 3. Awesome. Let's talk about Spider-Man.
Okay, this is another one of those my fans can come and hurt me type of moments. I don't watch Rick and Morty.
Well, screw you. Seriously though, it's all on Netflix. It's all on Netflix. It's great. Season 3 is going on right now. Pickle Rick!
Okay. Welcome to the review.
Okay, great. So the part on my channel was by the way, this part 2. You can watch part 1 on my channel, then come watch this, and it's all gonna make sense.
I'll try to remember to link the video.
Well, you better remember. So I guess the first part was we talked about the characters. So here, do you want to actually like start talk about different scenes and stuff? It's your channel.
Well, there's one thing that I think you should talk about. You're talking to me, Liz, about this is one of the things that you hated about the movie. I know we're starting on a negative note here, but you're saying something about the movie that kind of annoyed you about Spider-Man's suit.
Yeah, kind of hated that. To be honest, I'll put that out there. He's talking to his suit like this isn't Iron Man, and he names it. The moment where he gave the AI a name, that just kind of the point. Like, yep, this is gonna be a thing now. And like this, I'll understand if they had it in the suit at the end they showed, which is supposed to sort of be the MCU version of the Iron Spider suit. But like this is supposed to be Spidey's normal suit. I don't really like that. Also, I'm wondering if Karen, him naming it Karen, was a SpongeBob reference, possibly. But yeah, I didn't really like that. What did you think about him having a really like robotized Spider-Man suit?
Yeah, it's good, but could the argument be made that Spidey's homemade suit was supposed to be his standard? Because in the comics, he was the one who made his suit, but then again, he got the suit back at the end, so I don't even know.
Yeah, and also like you have 170 something like combinations, and no, I wasn't a big fan of that.
Well, in the comics, he did have different types of webs, and I don't think he had that many. Like, I remember him having, like, taser webs and stuff.
Yeah, that's a thing. But yeah, I'd be fine with like having a couple that he can then use in different situations. But they sort of put it over the top, and that's my opinion.
Well, basically anything made by Tony Stark is over the top.
Yeah, that's it would be it would actually be an error in the story if Spider-Man had made him a suit and it was just a normal suit, like because Tony wouldn't do that. It's just okay. Like I'd be fine even with all that like the sort of mechanic stuff in it. But him having an artificial intelligence that he talks to and he gives it a name, that's sort of where I draw the line. I wasn't a big fan of that. Comic Book Kid, it's your channel. What you want to talk about now? What was your favorite scene? Because I know I definitely know what my one is. So and like I've talked to some other people who've watched it. They did like also really like it. So I wonder if we're gonna have the same one.
I don't really know what my favorite scene would be.
Mm-hmm.
There's just so many good ones. I guess I would have to say, the scene where he's chasing after the truck.
Oh yeah, that was fun.
Or that or the ferry scene.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was good. I really like the concept of them having like the thing that allows them to go through a wall or like a roof or something, but it doesn't like make it disappear or something. It's just like a little portal that they can go in. I really like that.
Yeah.
My favorite is definitely the scene where Vulture or Michael Keaton, like he's not Vulture right now, he's Liz's dad, is driving Peter and Liz to the school, and then specifically when they're in the car on their own, Like, because that's Vulture in a nutshell, you know? He's not one of those villains that is bent on destroying Peter Parker and making him have a horrible life. Like, he just wants to, like, get around. Like, he doesn't want anyone interrupting his business. So, he just says, like, go, like, yeah, have fun. Just, you don't understand how the world works. Like, I'm doing my business. If I see you next time, I'm not gonna spare you. But right now, just, you're a kid. I understand that. Just go. I really like that. I think that was very powerful.
Yeah. Hold on, I'm gonna put you right on the spot. Do you even remember Vulture's name? Like
Yes.
actual name?
Yeah. Tooms. Something Tooms. Adrian Tooms. Is it?
Yeah,
Adrian Tooms?
you
Yeah.
got it.
Heh.
I didn't even know that before. Like I found that out like a couple of months before the movie came out. Like I didn't really
Same,
know.
yeah. Yeah, Vulture, he's not obscure. Like, I think everybody knows that Vulture is a Spider-Man villain. But then if you'd ask them, like, go on, talk to me about Vulture. Like, he's one of those that writers are sort of afraid of using him, really.
You said this in the first part, but like, good thing they didn't use the comic book version.
Yeah, yeah. Like, there was some nice reference to it. Like, like, he has the little, like, coat thingy.
Yeah.
Like, that was nice. I just realized that nobody's gonna know what I'm talking about because I did an action and Comic Book Kid can see my webcam. It's like the fluffy part on the hood of your coat. There's probably a name for it, which I do not know. Also, I can't believe we haven't talked about him yet. The post-credit scenes. The second one.
First one. I
First
was
one.
kind of I was kind of confused by the first one.
Yeah.
So at the end, was that Vulture sparing Spider-Man or wanting to have the revenge on Spider-Man all on himself?
I guess we don't know yet. Like, the way I sort of thought they're trying to do is that it's valuable information because he knows that Spider-Man is gonna start stopping more and more uh, like criminals. So I guess he wants to use the information later on. But then, like, it would make sense if he wanted to spare him, like, because as I said, he doesn't have a vendetta against Spider-Man, like, but he did put him in prison, so we don't know.
Well, the first time that when I first saw that scene, I originally thought it was that Vulture was trying to help Spider-Man because since Spider-Man saved his life.
And I just think the way he was acting it and the music, like the dramatic music, didn't really feel like he was sparing him in that moment. I know though. Like, it is, the post credit scenes are supposed to tease something, not finish off not like close out a, a subplot, I guess. So I
Well,
think
it kind of did tease something because you know who he was talking to, the Scorpion. Also,
yeah,
he was talking about people on the outside. I don't know who those outside people are,
yeah,
but I'm
good
sure
point.
it'll have something to do with him getting a suit.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe also the Tinkerer. Maybe he'll get a suit made by the Tinkerer
Mm.
as well.
Although,
Maybe
yeah,
hey,
go on.
maybe in the next Spider-Man movie, maybe we'll see the first cinematic version of Stiltman.
Sorry, I'm not familiar with him.
Maybe we'll see the first cinematic version of Stiltman.
Stiltman, I'm sorry, I don't know.
Stiltman is a daredevil villain who literally all he does is that he has big stilts that makes him really tall.
Nice.
I know. I'm pretty sure they're robotic stilts, so at least they're kind of cool.
Yeah.
But if you come on,
The second post credit
Stiltman.
scene. Comic book kid. Second post credit scene. Bruh. That
Yeah.
was great. The second one. Awesome. You know, the best thing you can have is patience. And sometimes it hurts because you are waiting so long. And it's so disappointing.
Marvel was literally making fun of their own fans. It's like,
Yeah!
oh, still wait till the end of these.
Yeah!
Oh,
And I'm actually surprised how many people still think that Marvel only has one post credit scene. Like, so many people left the theater after the first one. Um,
yeah.
yeah, like, I love the fact that Marvel has gone, like, it's gone so big that they're making fun of their own tropes at this point. Uh,
Yeah.
It's great.
At this point, every time I see someone, people leave the theater either after the movie
yeah.
ends or after the first post credit scene, like
Hmm.
noobs.
Yeah. Like,
Like
bruh.
you're not waiting for like the 10 minutes of credits to
Uh-huh.
see a small little trailer for the next movie.
Hmm.
You noobs.
Uh-huh. You know, you're not gonna know what's gonna happen in Infinity War. You're not gonna know stuff. You're gonna see Thanos for the first. No, wait, Thanos was in Guardians of the Galaxy. Still, yeah,
You're gonna see Thanos get off of the chair for the first
yeah,
time.
yeah. I'm not sure if I told you this, because by the way, this is the first time we're recording this kind of review. We did a Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 one, but there were technical issues with that. But I'm not
Oh,
sure if
now
I. Yeah.
now I realize that this is the first video that we've done together that we've actually released.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully we've
Oh
released
crap!
it.
How did we not realize
um, yeah, I'm not sure if I said the story in that one, but well, like I went to see Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 in a drive-in cinema, so like going with a car. So that was really fun because there are 5 post-credit scenes in that one. So after each one, you just saw like a car driving past. That's one less person watching the movie. It's great. Um, what you call it? Like, about the second post-credit scene, I love the way they used Captain America in this movie. That was great. Like how he's sort of in these like educational videos, I guess. Like,
they actually I actually thought in the trailers when they showed some of that stuff, I thought that was a plot hole because of what was going on with Captain America. But one of the
yes, was
teachers said, it's like, I'm pretty sure this guy is a wanted criminal by now, but we're still required to show his video to you. So
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah, same. Uh-huh. Yeah. Also, like the Avengers in general, they're sort of it's like the way we talk about like I don't know about you, but I've got some friends in school that are also into like comic books and stuff, and we like talk about all those characters, nerd out about them on break time. But like in this world, these are actually actual. These are real people. So there's a great scene. They're like playing Mary Kill with the Avengers. Yeah, I like the way they treated the Avengers in this. There were a lot of references to them. So one thing that also kind of annoyed me is I mean, it's kind of a small thing, but it really bugged me because there's a popular trope of like, oh, there's something that's really important to this character, and he has to miss it because he's saving the world or whatever. And Spider-Man uses like Spider-Man stories in general use that a lot because he's like a kid in high school. He's got dates and stuff, like the tests and all. He's always getting in trouble for being late, etc. But I feel like there are parts in this movie where, because the idea is for you to like be really tense, like, oh no, I feel so bad for Peter because he missed this or that. But like they already did that at the beginning where he said like, oh, I can't be at the finals thingy, but then he said that he is gonna be there, and you just know that yeah he's not actually gonna be there. It's like really, like, you don't like writers. You don't need to be that mean to Peter Parker. You can let him have a life. And then like also when he's at the homecoming dance and he has to. I like that. I guess that makes sense because like Vulture was driving him, so that was cool. But still,
yeah.
actually,
Well,
and it's gone. Sorry.
thing about Spider-Man, it's like I guess the best way to explain it is that Spider-Man makes his personal life worse. Like
Hmm.
he and his social life is making his life as Spider-Man worse.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a thing like he. It's never really said, but it's shown that with great power comes great responsibility. It's never said in the movie at all, but it's more communicated through the
Yeah.
movie. Like Spider-Man takes what is more important, like
Hmm.
rather than a homecoming dance, he
Yeah.
stops something really bad from happening.
Hmm.
So I guess it's yeah, like it'd be kind of cool to see good things happen to
Yeah.
Peter Parker, but then if those things didn't happen, it wouldn't be that much of like a compelling story. Like if it was a
Mhm.
story just about, oh, everything's good for Peter Parker. You know, he's having a lovely life. He has a girlfriend and the
Uh-huh.
friends that adore him, and
Yeah.
he's the popular kid. Like that
Hmm.
wouldn't
Yeah.
it wouldn't make you feel for Peter Parker because at that point he just becomes like some popular like kid like Flash Thompson.
Uh-huh.
It's kind of boring.
No, I don't want him to be popular. That's definitely a part of Spider-Man that, like, he's sort of supposed, like, back then, the general comic book reader was, like, somebody that got bullied in school and stuff. Like, nowadays comic books are kind of more mainstream and popular that, I mean, I don't know about you, I never got, really, really badly bullied for being a fan of comic books. Um, it's like back then they really did make him an underdog, and that is a part of Peter's character now. But I just really don't like them overusing that trope too much. Like, oh, something really important in Peter's life. Oh, and he misses it. Oh, and this other important thing, and he's fighting the Vulture. Like, it just used too much. And then also another thing, the homecoming dance. That was really on the nose. Like, that annoyed me. Like, yeah, I get it. The movie's called Homecoming, and there's the homecoming dance. Yeah, that just kind of pissed me off. There was another thing I wanted to talk about that I completely forgot now. And yeah, one thing that I will actually say is I was really surprised, which I guess it's kind of a good thing, kind of a bad thing. They didn't have like a classic superhero goon fight. Like there's a ton of goons surrounding him and he has to fight them all. Because usually it's the thing that Marvel movies are guilty of, like just having an army being commanded by the main villain, like in the first Avengers movie. Um,
Well,
but I feel like
there was kind of something like that in Spider-Man Homecoming, the ATM scene.
yeah, but they like it was straight off the bat. They had like the weird gravity device. So like I'm just talking a scene somewhere at the beginning. I think because this was the first real movie for us to see the MCU Spider-Man, so they could have just had just normal like goons with just guns or whatever, or like even just a normal robbery, armed robbery, and he's just stopping them. Because there wasn't really a classic Spider-Man combat scene. And something that you really never get to see in comic is him sort of just stopping naturally occurring event. I mean, we know they're not naturally occurring, but like not necessarily fighting someone. Like he was stopping the ferry from like splitting in two and Titanic all over again, and like he was stopping the Washington Monument from falling down. Oh, we haven't talked about Aunt May on my part. We're talking about all the characters. Aunt May was great in this.
Yeah.
And
Did we forget Aunt May?
Yeah, and the joke is like, like, oh, the one comic book character you can never make hot is Aunt May, and they just like, yeah, we can.
Okay. So Aunt May has literally like through the different Spider-Man incarnations for the movies, she's literally gotten younger and younger.
Yeah.
In Tobey Maguire stuff, she's like really old, and then in the
Andrew Garfield,
she's a little bit younger, but still a little bit on the old side.
Yeah, like 60s.
You could literally pass Aunt May off as like a 30-year-old.
Yeah. Which does actually make sense because like Peter Parker's and then it's like he'll still have like Aunt May would be around the age of his mother, and his mother is like, yeah, I mean, I don't think we ever actually got to see his parents in a Spider-Man movie. No, we saw his dad in Amazing Spider-Man 2. But yeah, like it does kind of make sense for her to be in that kind of age. Like they're just making like I bet he was just on the set like, sorry, I know you're supposed to be playing a character that's traditionally really old, but could you like be a bit more sassy in that scene?
Yeah. Is there anything more that we want to say about Spider-Man Homecoming?
It's a cool movie. Go see it if you haven't. I mean, why would you have watched both parts of this, if you haven't seen it yet? I mean, we agreed that we're not going to give it a rating. Because I usually don't think that's fair, because there's so many things that you need to put under consideration. Like, it's kind of unfair to just give it an overall rating. I think, like it's kind of down the middle, like, it is a really fun movie, but I think it's sort of an average Marvel movie, to be fair. Like, there's some movies that I'd go like, yeah, I'm going to see that opening day. Like, even if I have to skip school, I'm gonna see that on the midnight pre. I mean, I've never actually gone to a midnight showing. But this, like, I actually only just watched it last week. Because, like, I kind of forgot that this is even coming out. It's like, yeah, another It might be because we had so many Spider-Man movies in the last decade. Um, but yeah, it's one of those movies. I'm not like Infinity War. I'm going to the midnight showing both parts. Justice League. I'm at least gonna see that opening weekend. Spider-Man Homecoming. Meh. Good movie. Good Marvel movie. Marvel fans will love it. Even the average viewer, you'll like it. That's all I'm gonna say. Over to you.
Yeah, I liked it. Again, go see it. This is great movie. Don't really have much to say. So, if you liked this video and you're watching this before you saw part 1, why?
It's my
I'll leave a link in
OCD.
the description to the first part on Sci-Fi.pie's channel. And, yeah. Thanks for watching, and bye!